What's up, guys? This is Eric Arsenault. I'm sitting here on my couch and I'm going to do a vocal assessment of YouTube user Dragon Half Chow. So if you're watching this, I know it's annoying, but if you want to, you can click off my video right now and go check his out first. I suggest you check it out so that you know what I'm talking about, otherwise it might not make that much sense. But I'm going to be reviewing his video, One Jump Ahead, the reprise. It's a cover from Aladdin. So, let's take a little listen.
Riff-raff, street rat, I don't buy that. If only they'd look closer, would they see a poor boy? No siree.
Well, what I immediately hear off the top, Dragon Half Chow, is that there is a lot of excessive muscle tension in there and probably a heightened larynx. One of the things that we can hear is when it sounds like somebody's trying to reach up for the note versus going right to it. So there's riff raff street rat, reaching up instead of riff raff street rat. There's also a lack of head tone. Would they see a versus would they see a poor boy? That head tone is what allows it to float. And what I mean by head tone, to make it more simple, because I know in classical talk can get really ambiguous as far as what head tone means, what I mean by it is there's not enough transition out of your chest register. Yeah, it's a pretty chesty tone, but there's still just that little bit of transition that allows it to float. Versus that, would there, I can move. The tone is open, the ceiling is off. And a big part of that is that my larynx is relaxed and my tongue is out of my throat and it's not binding me down into that chest voice. One big thing that we can use to get rid of that is a gasp of surprise. It's an exercise that's a breathing exercise to train your breath to come down low. It also helps to release the larynx. So all you would do is gasp as if you've just been shocked or startled. And I suggest you put a finger or two on your larynx to make sure that your larynx goes down as you do it. So you just go like that, and the way you know you're doing it right is that you feel your larynx descend when you inhale. Now, your larynx will move back as soon as you're done, and that's fine. But this helps to release the larynx, and it teaches your body to draw in a low breath while simultaneously relaxing the larynx. This will take a lot of pressure off. I'd like to say that I love the video, and that I think you've got a really great tone, for one, and that it's just bound by a heightened larynx. That is the main thing that I'm hearing, that larynx is shooting up. If only they'd look versus if only they'd look. And it would be so much freer if that larynx was relaxed. So try that gasp of surprise breath. And let's listen on a little bit more.
They'd find out there's so much more to me.
I think simple lip rolls would also help. You want to get used to allowing your voice to cross over. I feel like you're fighting to keep it in a chesty place, and you can let it lighten up a little bit. So instead of, they find out, because you can hear, especially in the beginning, it's a little meaty, probably a little more meaty than what you would like. So you can pull back on the riff raff street rat. You can just pull back on the volume, riff raff street rat, and it would naturally allow you to feel more of a cross by pulling back on that pressure. But also try going over it with a lip roll and feeling where your voice goes on the lip roll. So riff raff street rat, I don't buy that. So go through it with a lip roll, follow it with the lyrics. But don't just do it absent-mindedly like and then sing it exactly the way you did before. The purpose of doing the lip roll is so that you can really feel where your voice is going. So if you feel that beginning of that transition during the lip roll, then you should be feeling it when you sing it with words. So don't be afraid to feel just that little bit of cross. Remember, mixed voice isn't some magical place right in between that we find at 2 or 3 notes. Your voice, from the time you begin singing, every time you sing higher in pitch, you're allowing a little bit more of that cross. The key is to keep that tension gone so that as we sing higher, We allow the voice to move where it wants to move so that we're not pushing it. But remember, gasp of surprise, so that larynx moves down. You feel the breath fill up here, and you feel that larynx move down. And also simple lip rolls, lip roll through. And I think you'll find that it will improve the sound of that dramatically. Also, to you out there in YouTube land watching this right now, or wherever you're watching it from, whether it be on my site or wherever, check out the video. It's pretty cool. I'll clearly post a link up, or this will be a video response to the video, but it's really cool because he's actually voiced over to the actual cartoon. And when you spoke at the end, I almost didn't even realize that it was your voice. I thought it was it went back to the regular cartoon. So very cool. So you know what you have to do. Work on it. I think it'll help a lot. And thank you very much for putting yourself out there and allowing me to assess your voice to the world. It takes guts. So thanks, and keep singing.